This September, bad blood will be settled.
This is more than personal.
The long-awaited trilogy.
There's real bad blood here.
Canelo versus Triple G. September 17th, live on DAZN pay-per-view. Visit DAZN.com.
This is Harry Judd for Boxing Social in association with Betfred. I'm joined by the one and only Matthew Macklin. Again, it's unprecedented. It's not what we expected. So yeah, the event's now been postponed. Just get your initial reaction, Matthew.
Gutted, because it was obviously an historic event, and it will be again when it's postponed. There was a good build-up this week. It got pretty spicy at a press conference. There was lots of needle. I thought the two main event fights were going to be absolute crackers. Couldn't pick a winner in either. Was really looking forward to covering the fights, and just gutted that it's been cancelled, postponed. But more than anything, gutted for the girls, because I've been a fighter myself, and I know the preparation that goes into it, the nerves, the making weight, all of that stuff, selling tickets, people coming down. You got to let them know it's off now. So it's just a nightmare, really. But it's one of those things. It's unprecedented. It's totally left field. I mean, you're putting a show together, and you're trying to cater everything and make sure you tick every box and make sure everything's got contingencies for anything, opponents pulling out or whatever. But no one could have factored this in, And in a way, I suppose you can control the controllables, and it's just out of everyone's control, and they've just had to adjust.
There is, some discussions. Obviously, with the Premier League going earlier this afternoon, it did see then that we would follow suit. There is discussions you see on Twitter, etc. A lot of people are complaining because boxing is a different sport. These girls have put their bodies through hell to get here, so it's a lot different than.
They're not getting paid. Footballers are still getting paid, plenty. These girls aren't getting paid. They'll have spent a lot of money. Not just forget their time, energy, emotion, all that sort of thing. That's just a given. But training camps cost money. Sparring partners, expenses. So I just.
Do you agree with the decision?
No, I just think that with it being. All this, it's Friday. I just think, you know what? Let's get the weekend out the way. Play what's organised and already nailed on, and everything that's gone into the events for this weekend. Let's play them out this weekend, and let's have the cut-off point as Monday. That's what I think would have been reasonable and fair.
Yeah. I think a lot of people do think the same.
Because also, they could have done some fantastic tributes at these live events. We've seen the West Ham fans that were singing. These football stadiums all have these big screens. Boxing O2 would have had a big screen. Sky Sports could have done a brilliant tribute VT, which would have played out. I think it would have been. There could have been a more positive impact going ahead rather than pulling it. Obviously, next weekend, I'm assuming it's going to be everything's going to be off, but that's when the funeral's happening. I think that's the right time to do it. I think this weekend, I just think it was a bit of a rush decision, really.
As a former fighter yourself, how would you have been affected by this? Would you have been, in terms of getting motivated again? Because the rescheduled date is, we're being told October. Is it the 15th? We're being told. So it's again quite a way away. How would you be affected, and how much would you be motivated to start again and go through another camp?
Well, you have to, don't you? There's no, you got no choice about it. So, but it's like, it's about peaking at the right time. So these girls will be peaking for tomorrow night. So now it's a case of they can't stay at that level. So now they've got to come down a little bit and then build back up. But you've only got a few weeks. So I guess 4 weeks away. They'll probably have the best part of next week off, maybe get in the gym Wednesday, Thursday, have a very light shakeout, maybe step it up a bit, Friday, Saturday, and then you probably got one good hard week, and then start tapering down again. It's more difficult for the girls flying back to America because they've got to fly back, they've got to get over the jet lag when they get there, then they've got to get back into the training for maybe a week to maybe fly back. It's harder for them.
With the weigh-in, we heard it was going to be 1 o'clock, then 3 o'clock, and then obviously it got cancelled in between the 1 and the 3 o'clock, the announcement. With that, with the weigh-in and the hydration, a lot of girls that we saw around here in this hotel looked relatively drained, really, because they haven't been able to rehydrate like they would have been able to do in a normal weigh-in. If the event would have gone ahead tomorrow, how much would have been affected by that?
Yeah, I mean, everyone's different, and I don't know anyone's exact schedule or what they're taking out water-wise and that, but some people do a pretty big water cut. They're really pretty dehydrated, let me tell you. And when you're bone dry, spitting feathers, and someone says, "Oh no, it's another 2 hours," what? Do you know what I mean? So it's like, I wouldn't have liked to have been in that position myself, and I wasn't that bad. I know some people used to be horrific when it come down to like how much they take out water-wise. So yeah, that wouldn't have been a nice thing to be told.
Lastly then, again, let's look forward to October. How excited are you when this event does finally come back? Oh no,
unbelievable card. I'm more excited for it. I was more excited for it having been down this week, working the fight week, than I was even coming down, because it was like I was expecting it to be lively, but it was super lively. You know what I mean? Like they got into it. And I thought, ooh, this is tasty, and it gives you that look. It was respectful enough, but it was spicy. There's animosity there, which does spice it up a little bit, doesn't it? Let's be honest. So, look, the main event, brilliant. That's a cracker. That is 2 undefeated fighters. They've got that history as well. And but even Baumgartner and Michaela Meyer,
they're still going now on Twitter. They're still going now. There's a spat on Twitter between them two. They're still going now.
Well, listen, that'll carry on, won't it, now for the 4 weeks? So listen, it'll probably make it even more. It'll probably be better now when it happens in 4 weeks. But nonetheless, we all wished it was happening Saturday.
This September, bad blood will be settled.
This is more than personal.
The long-awaited trilogy.
There's real bad blood here.
Canelo versus Triple G. September 17th, live on DAZN pay-per-view. Visit DAZN.com.